What's up, everybody? Roughly 56,000 home purchase agreements were canceled in June, which translates to almost 15% of homes under contract at the time. The highest percentage of any June on record, according to Redfin. In other words, home buyers are getting cold feet. And this is with 20% of the homes, or 1 out of every 5, having had a price reduction in June. Also, the highest share on record. House hunters are having trouble committing because buying a home is more expensive than ever, Redfin's analysis wrote. It pointed to the median sale price, which is up 4% from a year ago, to $442,525 in June, and the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate, which was 6.92%. The report also showed that many sellers are dropping their price because their homes are just sitting on the market, causing listings to pile up. Active listings posted the biggest annual gain on record. According to the Realtor.com July housing data, the number of homes actively for sale was notably higher compared to last year, growing by 36.6%, a 9th straight month of growth. It now sits at post-pandemic high, according to Realtor.com senior economist Ralph McLaughlin. It's a welcome sign that the housing market is normalizing, and it tells us that the market is healing. So if home buyers are canceling contracts because they realize it's just too much money and inventory is rising due to the affordability crisis, does this finally mean that home prices are going to come down? In the latest monthly housing report by Realtor.com, national median home prices fell in July, dipping to $439,950, marking the first ever seasonal decline in a month that's typically peak time for home sales. This could be the start of a new trend. So today, we'll take a look at Realtor.com's July 2024 housing market trends report, as well as Redfin's latest housing market update, to see if the fall may bring home buyers some relief. So let's dive right in. As mortgage rates fell in July to their lowest since March on expectations that the Federal Reserve will cut rates as early as September, we suppose some home buyers may be holding out for lower rates over the next few months, says Realtor.com senior economist Ralph McLaughlin in his analysis. With many buyers watching mortgage rates from the sidelines, home sales are now moving at the slowest rate since 2020. And Redfin's latest housing market update, Dana Anderson writes that mortgage rates and sale prices are falling during the 4 weeks ending July 28, citing the weekly average mortgage rate at 6.78%, down from May's 5-month high of 7.22%, and the median home sale price at $392,563, down nearly $4,000 from its July peak. But despite improving affordability a little bit, pending home sales are down 5.7% year over year, the biggest decline in 9 months. And mortgage purchase applications are down 14% year over year. They're down 2% week over week. It seems to be the same story, different day. Inventory is up, but demand is down. So homes are staying on the market longer, but home sales are depressed. Sales are sluggish because many Americans can't afford to buy homes. And because while mortgage rates ticked down in June and have fallen further in July, some buyers are waiting on the sidelines in hopes that they'll drop even more, Redfin said. As expected, the Fed held interest rates steady at its July 31st meeting, but laid foundation for rate cuts in September. In a Q&A with reporters, Fed Chair Jerome Powell stated that a reduction in the policy rate could be on the table as soon as the next meeting in September, which is in line with market expectations. He further clarified that starting cuts in September is dependent on the inflation data not turning back up unexpectedly. But he set a rather low bar for incoming data, saying that it didn't necessarily need to improve. As for whether the first cut would be one of many, he said he could imagine anything from 0 to several cuts. Not very inspiring, in my opinion. Some good news for buyers is that 18.9% of houses did have a price reduction in July, up from 15.5% a year ago, according to Realtor.com's report. This is the highest share of listings with a price cut since 2022. Sellers are becoming more grounded with patience and price expectations, with homes moving at the slowest rate since 2020. The share of listings with price cuts reaching the highest since 2022, and active listing counts hitting a post-pandemic high, McLaughlin said. And NAR's chief economist, Lawrence Yun, said in a release that we're seeing a slow shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Homes are sitting on the market a bit longer, and sellers are receiving fewer offers. More buyers are insisting on home inspections and appraisals, and inventory is definitely rising on a national basis. I can tell you that where I am here in the DC area, it's literally house by house. Some homes are sitting on the market and getting price reductions week after week. These homes are attracting buyers that can do a full home inspection and even ask for repairs or a credit from something that they found out in the home inspection, have an appraisal contingency and a loan contingency. Then there are other homes. I actually have one closing tomorrow that are selling with multiple offers and going way over asking. This particular house sold for $100,000 over asking, all cash, no contingencies. And this is today in August. So you can have a mixed market even within the same location. Real estate is very localized, and these reports reflect national statistics. One thing that we all can agree on is that housing has become so expensive and our affordability crisis is at an all-time high. Even though it may be more affordable to buy now than it was just a few months ago in the spring, prices and payments are still near record highs. Anderson writes that another reason for dwindling sales is the lack of desirable listings. Much as pending sales are declining, partly due to new listings losing steam, the slowdown in new listings is partly due to limited demand. Redfin report shows that new listings are up 4% year over year, but they're losing momentum. That's the smallest increase since November. And nearly 2/3 of the homes are sitting on the market for at least 30 days before going under contract, indicating that many of today's listings are not meeting the wants and needs of the buyers. They also clarify that there is plenty of demand of homes that are in turnkey condition in desirable neighborhoods. And they also think that the demand will even go up more just as soon as mortgage rates go down. I agree that today most buyers want a move-in ready home. I mean, they've already spent way too much money buying the house. They don't have the extra cash to then go fix it up. Realtor.com reports that all 4 regions of the US show an increase in active home listings, with the South leading the way at 47.6%, followed by the West at 35.4%, the Midwest at 22.7%, and the Northeast at 14.7%. This may be why where I am here in the DC area, we don't have a huge influx of inventory. If you do where you live, definitely put it in the comments. Metros that showed the largest increase in the number of homes for sale, according to Realtor.com, are Tampa, Florida at 94.9%, Orlando, Florida at 78.7%, and San Diego at 77.7%. And Redfin reports that while active listings are up 18.7% nationally, and by active listings we mean the total number of homes for sale, new listings are only up 4% year over year. The metros with the biggest year over year increase in new listings are Las Vegas, up 17.5%, San Jose, California, up 17.6%, Jacksonville, Florida, up 16.1%, Miami, up 15.4%, and San Diego, up 15%. The metros with the biggest decrease in new listings are Atlanta, down 16%, Houston, down 12.9%, Warren, Michigan, down 8.5%, Portland, Oregon, down 7.6%, and Chicago, down 7.1%. As we discussed earlier, the median sale price, according to Redfin, is up 4.1% year over year. The metros with the biggest year over year median sale price increase are Detroit, up 17.2%, New Brunswick, New Jersey, up 15%, Providence, Rhode Island, up 13.6%, Milwaukee, up 13%, and West Palm Beach, Florida, up 12.8%. The metros with the biggest year-over-year median sale price decrease are Austin, Texas, down 2.3%, and Dallas, down 0.4%. Some other data points in Redfin's latest housing market update are 37.6% of the homes sold in the first 2 weeks, down from 44% a year ago. 30.8% of the homes still sold above the list price, down from 36% a year ago. The median days on market is 33 days, up 5 days from a year ago. And the months of supply is 3.8 months, up 0.8 points from a year ago. So what's the bottom line? I mean, I think the next few months are going to be really interesting between the upcoming election, the new NAR rules, which take place starting next week, and how this all will affect home prices. Now that President President Biden is out and Harris is in, I think it'll be really, really interesting to see what both Harris and Trump's positions are on the housing market and our affordability crisis. But what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen? I shared all this data from these reports, but they really show different things happening in different parts of our country. What's happening where you live? Are you seeing a lot of price reductions? Are you seeing a lot of inventory? Are you seeing multiple offers? Because where I am here in the DC area, I'm seeing all of it, literally within the same neighborhood. And as far as the NAR settlement rules that take place starting next week, by the way, some people believe that the buyer's compensation was built into the list price of a house. And so once you remove that, the prices will go down. I am not one of those people. I think home prices are based on competition and demand and supply. So I don't think it's going to affect home prices. But what do you think? Do you think home prices will go down as a result of these new rules? Definitely comment below. I always like to read your comments, even if they're not so nice all the time. I hope you guys are okay with my new time and day that I'm putting out these videos. I'm just following YouTube's analytics. So if you don't like it, if you prefer the Sunday or Thursday, you don't like this new Friday time slot, let me know. I do want to know, but I think this is what we're going to do from now on. We're going to have one video instead of two that's going to go out on Fridays. And then coming this fall, after I take my kids to college, I am going to start a live stream and bring on some good guests and kind of get the conversation going about everything that's going to happen this fall, because a lot is going to happen. And I think that we should all talk about it. And if you missed last week's video where we go over Zillow's market report, as well as Morgan Stanley and some other good stuff, definitely check that out next. Thanks for watching. I always really appreciate it. Bye.